vote in the Senate yesterday to advance the supplemental funding. What are the plans from the president to get this back on track? Any calls made to the Hill? Any plans to work the phones?
I don't have any calls to read out. I don't know if Karine does.
I can speak.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, we've been very, very clear about the supplemental and how important it is. As you've seen, the OMB director has been pretty out there on the different networks making the case. And one of the things that she has said is that it's stunning. It's stunning that we've gotten to this point, right? It's stunning that we have gotten to this point, and that Republicans in Congress willing to give Putin a gift, the greatest gift that Putin could hope for. That's what we're seeing. And so they are playing chicken with our national security. That's what we're seeing here. And history will remember them harshly. The Admiral could speak a lot more about that as he has in the past 2 years. But that is our focus here. And we're going to continue to be very, very clear, talking to certainly both sides about the importance of this national security request.
Over to you. You pick the next one. Right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to add to it because I was.
No, I can't. I could not possibly add to that. It was very, very.
I was waiting for you.
No, it was a very comprehensive answer. It was good.
People who know the stakes, who are supporters of Ukraine, who are supporters of Israel, decided to put politics ahead of our national security interests. And frankly, I remain stunned by that.
Karine, yesterday when I asked the president whether he believed any other Democrat could defeat Donald Trump other than him, he said probably 50 of them. I'm not the only one. A big part of the re-elect argument is that the president is best suited or uniquely suited to take on former President Trump. If the president himself thinks that plenty of other Democrats can defeat Donald Trump, what would you say is sort of the driving rationale for the president running for re-election rather than handing off the baton to the next generation?
So MJ is to make sure that we have an economy that works for all, that works for the middle class, and we have had some historic progress here, right? Economy that was in the tailspin, and getting that back on its feet. So the president wants to continue to do that, continue to lower costs for Americans, continue to make sure that this economy is working for all. There's our democracy. He wants to continue that we're making sure we're fighting for our democracy. Are you surprised that I'm calling you?
Just one question.
Sure.
Does the Department of Education have any guidelines to ensure that schools receiving federal funding have reasonable protections for students from threats of violence, harassment, intimidation as part of their code of conduct? So reasonable protections in order to get the federal funding.
Which programs you're specifically talking about or how that works? I just need to...
Related to the university president's testimony and how, the university presidents were saying that their codes of conduct may not designate any of the language, the infantata language, as against their rules unless it turned into...
Well, look, as far as it relates to funding and how that works, I would have to certainly refer you to the Department of Education. We have been very clear, you heard me yesterday, about how we feel when, and so we're going to continue to be steadfast and call that out and say anti-Semitism is unacceptable. Okay, Michael.